Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy, and today we're going to talk about some leftovers. Now, these things that you see before you now, I found in a box, and I almost skipped over them because they were under some papers. But I thought I would, before I would repack them, that I would share with you what I have. Now, first up is a MG42 by Dragon Models, made in Hong Kong, and I think that this was made in 2000. Now, the MG42 that you see here has a replacement barrel. Uh, it has a round magazine, which was very common with the MG34, which they used a lot in the early days of the war. And then it has an ammunition belt. So that's pretty cool. The MG42 was used even after World War II by various countries such as Italy, Norway, Pakistan, Turkey, Austria. I mean, to think that it was used up even as late as the Balkan Wars of the 1990s shows how reliable and efficient this weapon was. So it was a very well made weapon. It had a caliber of 0.3 inches. It used a 0.3 times 2.2 inch round. It had a muzzle velocity of 2,461 feet, a firing rate of 1,500 rounds a minute. It weighed 25 and a half pounds. You know what? I wouldn't want to have to carry that. Even the smallest weight can become considerable when held long enough. I think it says here that it had a magazine capacity of 250 rounds. Actually, it says 50 or 250 rounds, so I don't know. Are they talking about the round magazine or the belt? I don't know. Is the belt 250 rounds? And the the drum magazine, I think they called it a drum magazine, or we did, 50. So when you look at this here, you could easily imagine that's like 50 rounds. Okay, so that's the MG42 by... Oh, you know what? It says here it was 2001, so I was off by a year. And it says that it's made in China. Okay, the company is based in Hong Kong, and it says here that it was made in China. That's probably not surprising. It's probably cheaper to make it in China than it is in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, of course, being a former British colony in China. I think I'm repeating stuff you guys already know. So let's move on. We're going to go now to our next item, which is a British 8th gear and uniform for a British 8th Army soldier by Ultimate Soldier, manufactured by 21st Century Toys, which was headquartered in Alameda, California, and due to becoming overextended with their product line, and I heard through the grapevine disputes within the family on which direction to go, the company went defunct. And I'm not sure what year they ceased to be, but I'm thinking it's around the late 2000s. Now these are at the time that this was manufactured. Which was in 2000, I believe. These are some of their offerings. Now, I did have all of these figures with the exception of this one. And I don't think I ever got a Pathfinder. But all these other figures you see here, I have in my collection. So, a complaint that I would have about Ultimate Soldier is I don't care for the uniform quality. The fabric they were using for the uniforms I didn't care for. And this is a OD green color. The P-37 gear and uniform was in a khaki color. It's got a very cool helmet. It's made of plastic, but it was molded to look like it has a net on it, so that's very cool. I like the helmet. There's the gear. It needs to be a little bit lighter. I actually have P-37 uniform and gear, and it's a lighter khaki color. However, the details are absolutely correct. Sorry, I got that. It's very irksome to have that light reflecting like that. That's the E-tool. And they've got the Garrison boots with gaiters. And this set came with the Bren gun. And let me see if I can get some details about the Bren gun for you. You know, this is a side note. I've seen this photograph many, many times, and for some reason it bothers me. I don't think that's a German. I think that's a Russian posing as a German and showing the Panzerfaust. That guy definitely, for some reason, looks like a Russian to me. Maybe it's his hair that makes me think that. I don't know, but it's always bothered me. Okay, the Bren gun. Here we go. Here's the Bren gun. And it was considered a light machine gun. Although without the magazine, it was 22 pounds. So not really that. That's, of course, not what they mean by light machine gun, though. It had a magazine capacity of 30 rounds. And it had an operational range of 711 yards. And what was the rate of fire? Firing rate, 500 rounds per minute. Whereas the MG42, I think, was 1,200. Let's check it out. 1,500. So I wouldn't want to have to do a matchup with an MG42. All right, I lost my page. It's the Russian. There's the Piet. Here we go, Bren gun. Well, I pretty much covered what little details that you would like to know about the Bren gun. I always thought it was a cool looking weapon, and it was used by British and Commonwealth forces. Okay, so let's move on. We covered the Ultimate Soldier by 21st Century Toys. We covered the Dragon MG42. Now I'm going to show you what I consider to be the best figures made. And that is the Blue Box International Elite Force World War II. These figures are amazing. The details of these and the accessories, just absolutely amazing. It's just, I can't say enough good things about this. I mean, look at that. Even the head sculpt is fantastic. You've all seen that guy from the Long Range Desert Patrol sitting in a what looks like a Chevy truck or a Ford truck or something. wearing gauntlet gloves. This figure is absolutely amazing. Very, very well done. I give these guys an A+. And he's got a Thompson with a round magazine. Probably made him look like a gangster. Chicago gangster. Chicago's changed a lot since those days, though. No one ever gets killed in Chicago today. That's how things have improved. Sarcasm. Okay, guys. Now, I don't know, some of you might already know this, but Christopher Lee was a member of this special detachment, SAS detachment. And he was a badass, Christopher Lee. When you hear about his story, you're like, wow, I'm glad I never had to mess with that guy. Let's show you another picture of it back here. You have a choice of having him wear sandals or wear boots. So they give you the choice for that. So very cool. I can't say enough good things about these figures. All right, now let's look at a German. And they call him Rudi Kessling. And he is a member of the Deutsches Afrika Korps Mountain Troops, a Gebirgsjäger. And this figure here that you see is an Obergefreiter, which means that he was a senior corporal. It looks like he cost $36.99. I don't remember where I bought this, but he is an awesome figure. Instead of the desert boots, he's wearing puttees. He's wearing an ankle boot with puttees. Putty. All right. Let's open this up so you can. I have to hurry this because I didn't plan this out very well. I'm starting to have a diabetic episode, so I gotta hurry before I pass out. Anyway, it's the correct color for the desert uniform, which I always appreciate that. He's got a net on his helmet. I think when I finally take this out of here, I'm gonna stain that so it doesn't look so new. Look at this rucksack, the detail. It's just amazing. And the face sculpt is amazing. Can you see that? Because the reflection is really bad. And look at his gear. It's just really fantastic. He's got a 98K Gewehr 98K. So kudos to Blue Box International for producing such a highly detailed figure as these are. Very good, well done job. Okay, I'm starting to shake too much now, so let's sign off here. These were just odds and ends. Like I said, I found them in a box covered with newspapers. I think I only have like a dozen of these Blue Box International, but I wish I had a lot more because of how well done they are. If Dragon is Cadillac, then Blue Box International would be Rolls-Royce. And Ultimate Soldier would be like having a Ford. It's kind of a weird analogy, but there you go. I want to make it so that everyone has a frame of reference. Okay, guys, that's it for me, Iggy, and I want to thank you for joining the Iggy Army. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscription and notification bell. And I'm going to hit the dusty trail, and I'll meet you back at the ranch. Okay, guys, bye now.